Hello friends. So in this lecture again we'll continue with the examples. So here is the first question that I'm taking from page number 578, example 13. Okay. Page 578, example number 13. Okay. Question is ABCD is a rhombus. Okay. ABCD is a rhombus whose one angle is 60 degree, whose one angle is 60 degree. Then find the ratio of, then find the ratio of lengths of its diagonals. Okay, so it is given there is a rhombus whose one angle is 60 degree and we have to find the ratio of its diagonal. So let us say that ABCD is a rhombus. Okay, that ABCD is a rhombus. Now one of its angle is 60 degree, so I'm assuming angle A is 60 degree. So I have to find AC is to BD or BD is to AC. So I have given ABCD is a rhombus. Angle A is equal to 60 degree. To find uh, AC is to BD or BD is to AC, because it is given find the ratio. So it might be AC is to BD or BD is to AC. So let us see how to proceed. See, one of its angle is 60 degree. So I assumed angle A is 60 degree. Now as this is a rhombus, its all sides are equal. So definitely AB equal to AD. Now we also know that in a triangle, if two sides are equal, opposite angles are also equal. As these two are equal, so I'm assuming this angle is A as well as this angle is A. Okay, now A plus 60 is equal to 180. That means 2A is equal to 120, hence A equal to 60. It means all three angles of this triangle are equal, so it's an equilateral triangle. Okay, now if I assume AB equal to X, I will get BD is equal to again X. That means I will get the length of one diagonal. Okay, so let us see how to solve it stepwise. Okay, in triangle ABD, okay, solution in triangle ABD, AB equal to AD. In triangle ABD, AB is equal to AD. Reason, all sides of rhombus are equal. Okay, all sides of rhombus are equal. Okay, therefore as AB equal to AD, I can say uh, let uh, let it be angle 1 and let it be angle 2. Therefore angle 1 is equal to angle 2 is equal to A. Say, okay, as two sides are equal, opposite angles are equal. So here I will write the reason. In a triangle, angles opposite to equal sides are equal. Okay, angle opposite to equal sides are equal. So angle 1 equal to angle 2 equal to A. Now in triangle ABD, by angle sum property of triangle, I can write angle A plus angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to 180. Therefore 60 plus A is equal to 180. Therefore 2A is equal to 120. Therefore A is equal to 1 is equal to 2 is equal to 60. Okay, thus all three angles of triangle ABD are equal. Therefore, we can say triangle ABD is an equilateral triangle. Thus, all three angles of triangle ABD are equal. Therefore, triangle ABD is an equilateral triangle. Okay, now let AB is equal to x. Therefore, BD is equal to x. Okay, or I can write therefore, better to write therefore uh, BD is equal to AB is equal to x, say. Okay, so here we got the measure of one diagonal BD. Now I need to find the length of another diagonal. Okay, so here I got BD and we know this angle is 90 degree. So as BD is x, so definitely DO will be x by 2. Okay, or I can say OB is equal to x by 2. Okay, OB is equal to x by 2. Also I have AB x, so by help of Pythagoras theorem I will be get the measure of AO, and twice of AO gives me AC. So BD equal to x. Therefore I can say BO, okay, or now BO is equal to BD by 2, that is x by 2. Okay, now in triangle AOB, now in triangle AOB by Pythagoras theorem I can say by PGT I can say AO is equal to square root of AB square minus OB square. AB square, or better to write in this way, AO square is equal to AB square minus AO square. So AO square is equal to, now AB is x and AO is, or BO is, actually here I should write BO. BO is x by 2, so that is x square by 4. So AO square is equal to 3x square by 4. So ultimately AO is equal to x root 3 by 2. So here I got the value of AO. As I got AO, now it is easy to get AC because AC is twice of AO. So after getting AC, I have already BD, it will be easy to get their ratios. So note it down up to this point, then I will give you the further solution. Okay, so now we'll see the next question. Before to move to the next question, let me uh, complete this. So okay, AO is equal to this, therefore I can write, therefore or now AC is equal to twice of AO, therefore AC is equal to 2x root 3 by 2, that is x root 3, and finally I will find the ratio. It's again I'm saying it might be AC upon BD or it might be BD upon AC, because it is not given that you have to find the ratio of the diagonals in uh, in a specific order. So now AC upon BD is equal to x root 3 upon x, therefore AC is to BD is equal to root 3 is to 1. Okay, so this is the final answer. Please note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, so next question is from page number 582. Question number 3. Page number 582, question 3. See, it is given ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay, ABCD is a parallelogram X is midpoint of AB. X is midpoint of AB if area AXCD, area quadrilateral AXCD is equal to 24 centimeters square, then find the area ABC. Then, or simply find area triangle ABC. Find area triangle ABC. Okay, so let us see. Okay, again here diagram is not given, so first we'll draw the parallelogram ABCD. Okay, this is the parallelogram ABCD. ABCD. Okay, X is midpoint of AB. Okay, X is midpoint of AB and area AXCD. AXCD. Okay, this quadrilateral actually. Area of AXCD is given and you have to find the area of triangle ABC. So, but obviously you have to join this. Okay, X is midpoint of AB, that means I say CX is the median, and we know median divides a triangle into two triangles of equal area. So I can say these two triangles have equal area. For a while, let they have area equal to X. Okay, so this is X, this is X. Now we also know that diagonal AC or the diagonal of a parallelogram divides it into two triangles of equal area. That means area of triangle ABC must be equal to area of triangle ADC. Now in terms of X, ABC is 2x. So this must be 2x. Now, if we see that area of quadrilateral AXCD in terms of x is 2x plus x, 3x, and 3x is equal to 24. That gives you value of x, and after getting x, it is easy to get the area of ABC. So let us see how to solve it stepwise. Okay, so we have given given ABCD is a parallelogram. X is midpoint of AB. Okay. Also given area quadrilateral AXCD is 28 centimeter square. To find area triangle ABC. Okay. See, generally you will get this type of question in MCQ part, then it is very easy to calculate. We can calculate it orally. But how to write for subjective part, that I am giving you. X is midpoint of AB. Therefore, I can say CX is a median for triangle ABC, and median divides the triangle into two triangles of equal area, of equal area. Therefore, area triangle CBX is equal to area triangle ACX. Triangle ACX is equal to x. Say, okay, I assume they are equal to x centimeter square. Okay, therefore I can also say, therefore area triangle ABC is equal to 2x. Okay, now diagonal of a parallelogram divides the parallelogram into two triangles of equal area. Okay, therefore I can say area of triangle ADC. Therefore area triangle ADC is equal to area triangle ABC. Therefore area triangle ADC is equal to 2x, because we have already ABC as 2x. Okay, now area quadrilateral area quadrilateral AXCD is equal to 24. Therefore area triangle ADC, that is area triangle ADC plus area triangle ACX is equal to 24. Therefore 2x plus x is equal to 24. Therefore 3x is equal to 24, and there, which gives you x is equal to 8. Okay, AXCD, this AXCD is 24, and AXCD can be written as this triangle ACD plus this triangle AXC. ADC we obtained 2x, and ACX we obtained x. So their sum is 24. So 3x equal to 24, that is x equal to 8. Now what we need to find? ABC. Now area triangle ABC is equal to 2x. isn't it? That is equal to 2x. This 2x is equal to 2x. That is 2 into 8. That is equal to 16 centimeters square. So that is the final answer. So please note it down. Then we'll see the next question. Okay, so now we'll see the next question. Okay, next is question number 5 from page number 583. From page number 584, question number 5. Question is, in the given figure ABCD and EFGD, in the given figure, in the given figure ABCD and EFGD, ABCD and EFGD are two parallelograms, are two parallelograms, and G is the midpoint, and G is the midpoint, and G is the midpoint of CD, and G is the midpoint of CD, then show that, then prove that area triangle DPC, area triangle DPC is equal to area EFGD, area quadrilateral EFGD. Okay, figure is given. Let us see its solution. Okay, it is given. There is a parallelogram in this way. Okay, this is the diagram. EF EFGD. Okay, EFGD, and there is a point P which makes triangle DPC. Okay, so now here you have to prove area triangle DPC is area of this parallelogram EFGD. Okay, so think for a while, then I will give it solution. Okay, there are so many ways to prove this. Let us see one of the solution. So we have given uh, ABCD and EFGD, EFGD are parallelograms. Okay, okay. G is midpoint of CD. G is midpoint midpoint of CD. That is, I can write DC is equal to twice of GD. Okay, to prove, okay, we have to prove that area triangle DPC is equal to area parallelogram EFGD. Okay, so how to prove this? See, though there are too many ways to prove this, but I'll use the simplest one. For that, I need a construction. Draw PQ perpendicular DC. Let PQ is equal to H. Okay, now we'll see its proof. See, we have to prove area DPC. So area triangle DPC is equal to 1 upon 2 into base into height. Okay, therefore area triangle DPC is equal to 1 upon 2. Now base for triangle DPC is DC, height is H. Okay, so area triangle DPC is equal to 1 upon 2. Now at the place of DC, I can write twice of GD, twice of GD into H. 2 and 2 cancel, so here I get area triangle DPC is equal to GD into H. Now if you observe carefully, this DG multiplied by this H is the area of parallelogram EFGD, isn't it? Because area of parallelogram is base into height. So here simply I'll write area triangle DPC is equal to area parallelogram EFGD. Hence proof. Okay, so please note it down. Then we'll see the next question. Okay, now we'll see the next question. Okay, so next question is from page number 584 itself. Question number 1. Okay, in the given figure, or in the figure, PSDA is a parallelogram. PSDA is a parallelogram. Q and R points, Q and R are taken on PS such that on PS such that PQ equal to QR is equal to RS. Also, it is given that PA parallel QB parallel RC. Prove that area triangle PQE. Prove that area triangle PQE is equal to area triangle CFD. Okay, so let us see, diagram is given in the question itself. This is ABCD. PA's PSD is a parallelogram. Okay, in this way it is given. Okay, PSDA. PSDA is a parallelogram. Okay, and PQ equal to QR. PQ equal to QR is equal to RS. Okay, PQ equal to QR is equal to RS, as well as okay, PA parallel QB. PA parallel QB, QB parallel RC. QB parallel RC. Also, it is given these 2 points are here this point is E and here this point is F. Okay, so we have to prove that area PQE is equal to area CFD. So think for a while, till then I am writing this information what is given, and then I will give its proof. So given uh, PSDA is a parallelogram, PQ is equal to QR is equal to RS. Also AB parallel, sorry, PA parallel QB parallel RC, and we know it's a parallelogram, so I can also say that is RC parallel to SD as well. Okay, that is given. To prove area triangle area triangle PQE is equal to area triangle CFD, that we need to prove. So now we'll see its proof. Okay, it is given QB parallel, RC parallel, SD parallel, PA. These 4 sides are parallel. We need to prove these two triangles are equal in area. See, if it is possible to prove these two triangles are congruent, we can say they will be equal in area, because we know the triangles which are congruent are equal in area. Okay, so to make them congruent, I need to prove some of their parts are equal. Now it is given PQ equal to RS equal to PQ equal to QR equal to RS, and these are parallel. So by intercept theorem, I can say AB equal to BC equal to CD. Now I need to prove this PQ equal to CD. See, one angle I can directly take this angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Alternate interior angles. Okay, so here 1 equal to 2 is alternate interior angle. Now we need two more angles, or sorry, one more angle and one side. See, this angle, for a while if I say this angle is equal to this alternate interior angles, isn't it? Because it is, we have PQ parallel BC, because PASD parallelogram. So these two angles are equal. Also these two angles are equal because QB parallel RC. So these two are corresponding angle. These two are alternate. So for a while, if I say this is 3, so 3 is equal to 4, but 4 is equal to 5, so 3 will be equal to 5. So we'll have one more angle. Okay. Now after this, we took two angles. We proved two angles are equal. Now we need one more side. See, it is given that PSDA is a parallelogram. So, but obvious I can say this RS is parallel to CD. Okay. It is also given that PA parallel RC. We also know PA parallel SD. It means RC parallel SD. That means this quadrilateral is a parallelogram. As soon as I say this quadrilateral is a parallelogram, I can say this CD is equal to RS. And it is given RS equal to PQ. So I will get PQ equal to CD. Okay, so first of all, I need to collect all these parts which are equal to each other, and then I will come to the congruency part. So I will start with this only. First of all, I will prove this is a parallelogram. That means first I prove CD equal to PQ. So uh, RS parallel CD. Okay, RS parallel CD. Reason we can write as PS parallel AD, as PS parallel AD, as PS parallel AD, RS parallel CD, and RC parallel and RC parallel SD as PA parallel RC, as PA parallel RC and PA parallel SD and PA parallel SD. Okay, PA parallel RC is given, PA parallel SD is given. PA is parallel to RC and SD, it means RC will be parallel to SD. So thus I can say quadrilateral RSDC, thus quadrilateral RSDC is a parallelogram. Therefore, I can say RS is equal to CD. Let it be equation 1. But we have PQ is equal to CD. Second, why PQ equal to CD? It is given. Okay, and why this opposite sides of parallelogram are equal. Okay, so from first and second, I can say RS equal to, sorry, PQ equal to CD. I need to PQ equal to RS. Okay, RS. Here I should write RS equal to PQ. Okay, RS equal to CD, opposite sides of parallelogram, and RS equal to PQ, that is given. You can see this RS equal to PQ given. RS equal to PQ. So from first and second I can say PQ equal to CD. PQ is equal to CD. Let it be third. Okay, so here I got one side equal. Now angle 1 and 2, they are equal. We can say alternate interior angle. Now we have to prove anyhow. Suppose if I say this is angle 3 and this is angle 4. So I need to prove 3 equal to 4. So now first 3 equal to 5. Okay, so let us do the remaining over here. Okay. Now angle 3 is equal to angle 5. Angle 3 is equal to angle 5. Let it be equation number 4. Why 3 equal to 5? Alternate interior angles. Okay. Alternate interior angles. Okay, now angle 4, 4 is equal to 5. Now angle 4 is equal to angle 5. Let it be 5th. Now why angle 4 equal to 5? Corresponding angles. Okay, corresponding angles. So here I can write from from 4th and 5th, angle 3 is equal to angle 4. Angle 3 is equal to angle 4. Let it be equation number 6th. Okay, so I can say all the material is ready. We got PQ equal to CD, we got 3 equal to 4, and 1 equal to 2 I can use directly. So now I can prove the triangles are congruent by angle side angle, and hence I can say they will be equal in area. So it is almost done, but first of all note it down, then I will give you the remaining solution. Okay, so now we'll see the further solution over here. See, this PQ equal to CD we need, so I'm keeping it as it is. So now now in triangle PQE, and triangle CFD, and triangle CFD. Okay, angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Here I can write alternate interior angles. Okay, PQ is equal to CD, that I can write from third. I proved this in equation number third. I'm using this result from this. Then angle 3 is equal to angle 4, that I can say from sixth. Okay, so therefore I can say triangle PQE is congruent to triangle CFD. Okay, by by angle side angle. Therefore I can say area triangle PQE is equal to area triangle CFD. Hence reason I can write congruent triangles are equal in area. Congruent triangles are equal in area. Triangles which are congruent are equal in area. So note it down this. Then we come to the next question. Okay, so now let us see the next question. Next question I am taking from page number 585. Page number 585. Question number 2. Okay, x and y are points. Okay, x and y are points on the side LN, on the side LN of the triangle LMN, of triangle LMN, such that Lx equal to Lx is equal to xy is equal to yn through x. A line is drawn drawn parallel to LM, parallel to LM, to meet MN, to meet MN at Z, at Z. Prove that LZY, area LZY is equal to area MZYX, MZYX. Okay, diagram is given in the question, so think for a while that how you will solve this. Till then I'm drawing the diagram and then I will give you its proof. Okay, so you have to prove triangle LZY. This LZY, this triangle LZY. Okay, this triangle equal to triangle LZY is equal to MZYX, MZYX, MZYX. This quadrilateral, these two are equal in area. Okay, it is given that through X a line is drawn parallel to LM. That means this XZ is parallel to LM. Okay, this XZ is parallel to LM. These two are parallel. Okay, so see this XZ, let me explain you in short. This I can say this triangle XZ and L, and this XZM, these two triangle XZM, okay, XZM and XZL, XZL, okay, XZL, XZM. These two triangles have the common base or the same base XZ, and they are lying between XZ and LM, between same parallels, isn't it? XZL, XZM. These two triangles are equal in area because they are on the same base XZ and between same parallels XZ and LM. Now in XZL, if I add this area, common area, that is XYZ, okay, XYZ, if I add this XYZ z, in these two what I will get? See, x, z, l. In this triangle, if I'm adding this, I will get definitely l, z, y, isn't it? L, z, y. And over here, when I add this x, y, z, this area in triangle x, m, z, I will get m, x, y, z, isn't it? M, x, y, z. That means first I will say these two triangles are on the same base between same parallel, so they are equal in area. And by adding this x, y, z to this result, I will get the required result. So let us see uh, stepwise its solution. So we'll start with given what we have given. See, there are some informations which are actually not required. Here it is given Lx equal to x, y equal to y, which over here it is absolutely not required. So simply I will say uh, in given x and y are points, x and y are points on Ln on Ln of triangle element of triangle LMN such that Lx is equal to xy is equal to yn. Okay, xz parallel to Lm, xz parallel to Lm, that is given. To prove area LZY, triangle LZY is equal to area quadrilateral MZYX, MZYX. Okay, now let us see its proof. Okay, construction is not required. Okay, so here I start with triangle XZL, triangle XZL, and triangle XL, sorry, XZM. Okay, XZL and XZM lie on same base, lie on same base XZ, lie on same base XZ, and between and between same parallels, and between same parallels, uh, parallels are XZ parallel LM, XZ parallel LM. Therefore, area XZL, area triangle XZL is equal to area triangle XZM. Okay, they, as they are lying on the same base between same parallel, therefore they must be equal in area. Now what I will do, I will add the area of triangle XYZ in these two. Now area triangle XZL plus area triangle XYZ must be equal to area triangle XZM plus area triangle XYZ. I added the area of triangle XYZ on both sides. So what I will get? I will get area triangle LZY is equal to area of quadrilateral MZYX. MZYX. Hence proof. Okay, so please note it down. Okay, so that is all about this lecture. Now we'll meet in next lecture. Till then, bye. Thank you. Take care. Stay at